The stage is almost set for payback. We have a new #1 contender to the Raw Women's title. And oh, Braun breaks Goldust. Braun breaks R-Truth. Braun breaks Kalisto. And then Braun breaks the ring. Get the reinforcements!
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize it.
We're coming in on Sunday Night
Oh, yes, we are.
This makes me so happy.
This was a pleasant surprise by Jimbo.
Oh, goodness.
Man, the MTV era Sunday Night Heat, of course.
I mean, we got a Velocity reference. We might as well go with this
Velocity,
song.
legitimately one of my favorite shows in the history of WWE.
Fantastic.
For sure.
Welcome, everybody. This is the Raw After Show at AfterBuzz TV. Getting, we're starting a couple minutes late tonight just because essentially there was a lot of Raw to catch up on.
There's some Velocity.
There it is.
There it is.
There was a lot of Raw to catch up on. The internet not exactly up to par right now.
Not helping us out tonight.
No.
It was a Skippy McSkippy. Is there an asteroid or something that's happening?
You know.
Yeah, it was a squirrel and a totem, not a totem pole, a telephone pole. That's what it was.
There was a squirrel girl and a Galactus that got
There
in
you
our
go.
way.
That's what happened.
Exactly.
So if you're in chat roll, you could blame me for breaking the internet like you have been. I appreciate you. We're gonna try to get the chat roll up there so we can at least see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Markeia's on the phone here.
I have an eye on it, so if you've got questions,
Yes.
and I'll giggle if you say something fun.
So as Raw was in Columbus, Ohio, we are in Los Angeles, California. Welcome everybody. Jonny Loquasto here at JQuasto and all the social medias. That man right there is the first progenitor of hyper-optimism. See him every single week on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, including this Sunday, one of our biggest events of the year, the Coastline Clash. If you're anywhere near Southern California, you better get out there because I know this guy has some stuff planned. Find him on Twitter at Ty Mathews PMA. He's Ty Mathews.
How you doing? How you doing? I'm so excited. This Sunday, not to go into business for myself, but this Sunday will be the first time I've competed in a CWFH ring in almost 4 years.
There you go.
I am very, very excited.
Since you broke your neck.
Since I broke my neck, I'm all cleared up. I got some gores left in me. Myself and Big Nasty, we're defending the tag team titles against 3 other teams.
Yep.
It's going to be big, y'all.
Fatal 4-way elimination match.
Elimination.
How about that?
Sounds like there's plans.
Oh, yeah.
A lot happening.
That main
so
event,
much.
the main event of the show, no ropes, no rules.
No holds barred.
It's gonna pop off.
Zeus and Hulk Hogan are showing up. No, I'm just kidding.
Zeus.
It's gonna be DJ
It's
Hyde
confirmed.
versus Bad Dude Tito, and
be
it's
so
gonna be completely insane.
It's gonna be off the hook, y'all.
I
I'm
can't
excited.
wait. I'm kind of in fear of my life because I'm sitting.
I mean,
know.
ringside is gonna be a dangerous place to be.
Yeah, I'm in the splash
It's
zone.
like it's like a Gallagher show.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that alleyway and They Live.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm like
Exactly
legit
it.
in the splash zone. Like our table is like not even 10 feet from the ring, and a lot of action happens there, and I'm a little terrified.
Yep.
Got to wear my best suit and hope it doesn't get dirty.
Exactly.
So next to him, she is one of the hosts of Marvel Movie News as well as Screen Junkies News. She's funny. She's beautiful. She's wearing a lot of blue. Find her on Twitter at Markeia McCarty. She's Markeia McCarty.
Yes, that's me, and I.
Don't act like you didn't know you were wearing
I
blue.
didn't
Sometimes that
You
happens.
did plan that.
I got dressed like a couple of hours ago, so then
Right.
you forget that you're wearing so much blue.
Okay.
I like
mean,
it. It's
Blue's a good color.
coordinating without even meaning to.
I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
And of course, in the booth, we don't have Mark Donica this evening, but we do have the always handsome, the always mischievous, the always devastatingly incredible Jimbo Slice.
Hi.
There you go.
And a man
There
of
you
too
go.
many words.
You know he keeps it short and sweet.
There
Yes,
you
he
go.
does. All right, guys, let's get into it. Well, one word for you, Braun. Wow. Raw
Boy,
was
oh boy.
Braun.
You're
There it is.
You're thankful that Mark's out of the booth right now. I'm sure.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for. Oh, Jimbo! Look at Jimbo trying. He's
He's-
trying real
he's
hard to
getting
get
there.
that. Oh, he's trying. He's working on it. Look at Jimbo. He's so cute. Oh,
There it is.
I purposely turned my my headset way down,
There you go. You got it.
but it still startles me. So Braun Strowman. Wow, Raw really was Braun.
Yeah, no,
Still
no,
wants
it
still
so
wants more
was.
competition.
And you know, I was on board. I liked it. I enjoyed
After-
this. I enjoyed the pace. I enjoyed the pace of Raw tonight.
If there was any doubt after last week how much I'm on board with Braun Strowman,
Yeah.
the ambulance tipping erased it because I am so on board.
Yeah, he had a couple other moments tonight where it was just.
Oh, tonight was absolutely. We were talking
Right?
before we went live how much of the garbage line popped me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
it was such an ogre thing to do.
And you describe it perfectly. You said Braun is so 80s.
He just is. he's the 80s colon the person.
Yeah.
Like between the hair and the music and the voice and just his general demeanor.
Yeah, but he has to be.
He needs like really sharp, angular Oakleys. Like that's what he needs. Like the Brian Bosworth like Oakleys.
I don't think comparing him to the Boz is exactly fair. I just think he has to be this way. Braun Strowman cannot be any other way.
No.
He's got to be that old school tractor trailer of a human being.
He's country strong.
Well, yeah, he sure
Yeah,
is.
yeah, that's what the tattoo says.
Yeah.
Any person that can get a tattoo on their bicep is stronger than me. I'd be whimpering the whole
Oh God,
time.
yes.
Okay, chat room, calm down. I'm not wearing SmackDown Live blue.
Hey,
We've
if you
got
were...
But if I was,
A mole in our midst.
it's in recognition that Dean Ambrose came from there.
There we go. There we go.
And
And
You
now
got
he's
it.
with us.
SmackDown's a
and we
great
know how
show.
I feel about Dean Ambrose.
Exactly.
And then Maserat Urelden, yes, Sailor Mercury, I'm on board.
Oh, melancholy. Good call if Bobby Heenan got to manage Braun Strowman. Whoa,
Oh
boy.
boy.
Wow.
That'd be incredible.
Imagine him and the Heenan family.
Imagine Harvey Whippleman and Braun.
That'd be pretty good.
Jim
Cornette.
I love me some Harvey. Jim Cornette, absolutely.
Pretty much anyone managing Braun Strowman would be awesome.
Exactly.
The Doctor of Style?
Oh God, the Reverend Slick,
Yeah.
Scotty Flamingo, Johnny Polo.
Any one of them. Classy Freddie Blassie. Could you imagine?
Let's just name all the managers we can.
In history.
This is the manager after show.
You forgot one fantastic manager.
Who's that? No,
Oh,
of course.
of course.
He's not just a GM.
Oh my God! If he came, how would that work? How would that work?
Braun would be the third skyscraper.
There you go. Absolutely.
Just like Crush was the third demolition member.
Exactly.
Braun would be the new skyscraper. When Undertaker became Undertaker, you insert Braun.
Exactly.
Still the skyscrapers.
Right.
Oh, I love it. Anyways, so Strowman hits the ring. He says he broke Roman in half and he's going to do the same to everybody else. But then, luckily, we hear the music, the oh-so-glorious music. I'm still not used to hearing it.
Right.
Kurt
right.
Angle.
Yeah.
Right. Hearing
Yeah.
it in 2017 is a pretty wild feeling.
It's weird.
And the pop that came from the audience with him, like, oh yeah, I see you, Ohio.
Right.
They still love chanting "You suck," and it's beautiful.
It's such an endearing tribute.
Yeah, I enjoyed Braun with just like his difference between like, yes, I'm very serious. I'm having so much fun right now.
Right.
Yeah, it was classic.
Yep.
So Kurt Angle's like, "What are you trying to prove?" And Braun says, "I want competition. I want to be #1 contender." Which Kurt Angle says, "Look, I'm going to give you what you want. I'm going to give Roman what he wants. At Payback, Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman," which I find interesting because he's legit got broken bones, according to the medical report last week. Broken bones don't heal in 3 weeks.
Right. Right.
I'm just saying.
You know.
I think it's a little... that after a beating like that, I'm sorry. I know we're suspending disbelief. It's pro wrestling. We're watching because we love it. But if you're going to flip over a stretcher...
If you're gonna show us what you showed us last week, you gotta commit.
You got to be out a couple of months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't be back in 3 weeks.
Oh, you're showing your PT though.
Yes, I am.
That's
Yeah,
true.
you are.
The nerd takes over in me, and I can't help
It's
it.
true,
I'm like,
though.
he's got
That's
cracked
good.
ribs.
It's true though. The Sandman in ECW, he got his face burned and he stayed indoors for a very long time just to commit to the bit. Didn't answer the phone.
And
didn't answer
because
the
he
door.
likes beer.
And also that.
Beers are inside.
There's also that. Sure.
Yeah. So, payback's in what? Less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So Roman's going to be wrestling less than 3 weeks after breaking ribs and
Right.
puncturing lungs.
Are you gonna be on the pre-show, Markeia?
Yes.
We're gonna be on the pre-show.
Yeah, we're gonna be on the pre-show
Tune
for
in.
Payback.
There's
Yeah.
a pre-show now?
I mean,
What?
not the
No,
pre-show.
no, not the
Why did I say
pre-show.
pre-show?
The post show.
The post show.
I was going to say, y'all are
the
doing
after
pre-shows
show.
now? My
You know.
God.
Sorry, I
We're
saw-
not pre-buzz.
No, I
after
saw
buzz.
here on the chat room, Amin Johnny. Roman was broken in half over the weekend. Attacked Braun Strowman at the house show.
Oh yeah, I had heard about that.
Yeah.
I had heard about that. Put him through a
Thanks,
table.
dude. Oh.
Put him through a
Thanks,
table.
Well, house shows I can understand because you advertise a certain amount of superstars.
Sure.
And if you advertise Roman, okay, there you go.
You got to
Yeah,
deliver.
yeah.
But still, it's like for storyline purposes, I mean, I don't know. Sure.
Right.
Oh,
No, I feel you.
it's okay. Don't be disappointed.
I'm just saying, if Braun doesn't win this match, I'm gonna be like, okay,
What else is there?
what do you? Why?
What else can we do?
Right. What are we supposed to think of Braun Strowman?
Right.
I know he had a great showing tonight, though.
Oh no, that's the point. That's our point.
Yeah.
The fact that he had such a phenomenal showing.
I just consider house shows kind of to be like spin-offs, if one will.
They're not canon.
Yeah,
they're not
no,
canon.
they're just a fun time with characters that you love.
Exactly.
Very true. So Kurt Angle makes that match for Payback, to which Braun Strowman says, "What about tonight?" And Angle's like, "You should be suspended. I'm giving you the night off." He's like, "I want competition or else." And I love Kurt Angle. He just goes, "Or else what?" And Strowman's like, "I'm out."
That's it.
That was great.
Yeah, like
Really.
stepped over the top rope like it was a speed bump.
Right.
Stepped over like it was a speed
yeah,
bump.
that's nothing. I love it.
Then kept on walking.
It was a
Great.
solid start.
Yeah.
Great.
First match of the night, Chris Jericho taking on Samoa Joe. I really love this, man.
I super dug it.
Just two guys who are the masters of their craft, and Jericho locks in the walls, almost does it for a second time.
Mm-hmm.
Joe counters, almost locks in the coquina clutch, and then it was almost like he had to flip him off the turnbuckle.
Well, they were going for the what was that? Piper and Hart, I think it was.
Piper Hart finish.
Is that what it was? Yeah. Where Piper had him in the sleeper and he kind of pushed off the buckles to roll up into a pin. They pull that out they dust that off every once in a while.
This was nice.
Yeah, but then what I loved is when Joe kicked out, he kind of went right back into it with the double grapevine and had it super locked in.
And he did. He locked it in, and Jericho had to tap. And I'm with you, Haywood Wong. Not enough Kurt Angle tonight. We saw him one
Sure.
time.
Yeah.
No, I feel you.
I find that interesting. 3-hour show. I mean, I get it. You don't want to make it all about the general manager, but Kurt Angle is Kurt Angle.
Right.
And he's a general
And
manager.
we're certainly no strangers to the episodes being about the general managers before.
No.
Or entire feuds.
Or commissioners.
Or right, exactly.
whatever they would
Yeah.
do.
Can I say real quick though how much I enjoyed the pace of this match, and just like to give some props out to Jericho, who has no problem putting another new wrestler over.
Absolutely.
It was beautiful, and putting him over clean too.
Right.
It was a clean match, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And then like Samoa Joe having him in the corner, boot to the face
Ugh.
like twice, and just how well they did that.
Right. Yeah, that face wash is no joke.
No.
And I think that's one of the great things about every one of Jericho's returns is that that's kind of the point is, to give someone else that rub. Jericho's got all of his Mania moments. He's got all of his championships. He's one of the most decorated guys in the company history. So why not? Why not kind of let his legacy be making other guys look good?
And we saw the scarf. We saw the WrestleMania scarf.
course.
Pretty sweet scarf.
course, of course.
And, this return for Jericho,
$75,000 scarf.
this return wasn't all him losing matches. He was the U.S. champ for a while.
Oh,
so,
absolutely. Oh, definitely. And it's been a longer return than I think a lot of his other ones have.
Yeah.
I think it might have had a rough start, but when he joined up with Owens, it obviously found some gold there.
Yes, it did. And so, we got Samoa Joe taking on Seth Rollins. Afterwards, Samoa Joe has a couple of messages for Rollins. He said, at Payback, it's going to be personal. Up until now, it was business with Triple H. But after what you did to Triple H and Stephanie putting her through a table, it's going to be personal. To which Seth replies, it's been personal. You almost ended my career. And you know what they say about Payback, yo.
This is when WWE good guys are all about business. Is when they drop that B-bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's been Payback's been for a little bit now, and this is the first time that we heard this particular phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's been like what?
I think maybe you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not remembering hearing it before this.
Oh no, I don't think
Probably
so.
been a little while.
I think they've only just recently kind of gotten back on board with like, maybe we can.
Yeah.
Maybe
like,
it's
let's try
okay.
this out. This is all right.
Right.
We can save this.
We're gonna give Seth a little
Payback
bit
is
of
a
an
B.
edge.
Well, moving on, we go backstage. We see the Golden Truth getting ready for something. They're
I was
excited.
so excited. I was so pumped.
You should have known the moment you saw Golden Truth what was going to happen.
It looked so natural, though. They were going down the hallway. It looked like it was normal. They were going to the match. Maybe there would have been like a pizza thing.
I should have. I agree.
Double clothesline.
I agree. I should have seen it coming for sure.
Yeah.
I absolutely should have. But I was very excited at the prospect of Golden Truth getting any sort of TV time.
Well, they did.
I mean, they did. Don't get me wrong. Goldust got all painted up for that.
They got TV time and floor time.
Goldust got sent into the boiler room. It looked
But
like.
it's got to be someone. Braun's got to have some ammo.
Yeah.
Or some-
I miss that
some
boiler
targets.
room. I miss that boiler
Man.
room. I'll
do.
be honest.
We
I
do need to bring
I
back a
miss
boiler
it.
room brawl.
Just one.
We're not going to see it anytime soon because Glenn Jacobs is running for mayor of Knox County, Tennessee.
He sure is.
and we hope he wins.
He sure is, but McCain.
He seems like a great guy.
I mean, I haven't looked into his policies, so don't quote me
Well,
on
the funny
that,
thing is,
but-
his mantra for his campaign is, what is it? Lighting the fire.
Get out of here.
I swear to God, if you look it up, there's a little flame as the logo. It's maybe not lighting the fire. It's like igniting the flame.
Even if it's anything fire adjacent,
It is.
like I'm on board.
It's totally is. Chat roll, feel free to look it up.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
But it's something to that extent.
That's awesome. I
Is
love
it Roddy Piper's birthday today?
Yes, it is. Hot
Oh.
Rod.
Oh, is it?
We miss you, buddy.
Absolutely.
We love you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Absolutely.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So yeah, Golden Truth gets decimated by Braun Strowman.
Well,
Fit Finlay comes in. Adam
Jamie
Pearce,
Noble.
Jamie Noble.
I miss J&J Security, guys.
Me too.
I really do.
Well, they come in to try to help. Next, Gallows and Anderson are in the ring. They're here to be mean and make green. They want to fight some nerds. So Angle, what are you gonna do? Well, the two biggest nerds of them all, as Corey Graves said, Enzo and Cass.
The fresh matchup of Enzo and Cass versus Gallows and Anderson.
The freshest of the fresh.
It's Mentos fresh. No, it was good. It was good. It was a good match. No shade. No,
Actually-
no tea, no shade, no pink lemonade.
I guess they're the top nerds now that we don't have New Day anymore. So.
Oh, yeah.
I guess they qualify.
Right.
I just kind
right.
of feel like Golden Truth kind of would have been there, but obviously they were decimated.
Sure.
But this match had a lot of really crazy moments. I mean, every time Enzo's in the ring, I'm just, oh, God, don't
sure.
fall on your head. But that finisher
We got to
with
talk
Anderson,
about that finish. That was
Oh.
insane
it was
looking.
essentially a reverse buckle bomb because it almost like he landed kind of abdomen, kind of quad.
I really only
Oh.
saw knees. I got to rewatch it.
I almost thought that this was going to be like the other thing with Enzo when he like concussed himself
When
on
he
the
got
bottom,
it, when he
on the
$1 million
bottom
babied it on the bottom rope.
Oh my god!
Kind of did.
When I saw the way that he landed on the ring after hitting the knees on the turnbuckle, I was just like,
Can we just?
God,
Can we not with these bumps? Like,
can we
he's
not?
fearless. He doesn't.
like I've heard reports that Vince gets a huge kick out of Enzo getting ragdolled, but like
Clearly, so does Enzo.
to an extent. I mean, that's not necessarily fair to say. Like, you don't know that he loves getting.
But my
Not
point
fair
is
like that.
He does sell it.
my point is he's fearless though. I mean, obviously
Oh,
he's willing
sure.
to do these things.
Oh no,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I'm sure he's absolutely fearless. But like, what's he gonna do? Say no?
Yeah, well, he could, but yeah, you're probably right.
But like that bump was so sick looking.
Oh God! And then it was like when he rolled him up and he's like holding him tight and
And just-
just grabbing onto those
Giant
pants.
fistful of pants.
Yeah.
just all the pants
Yeah.
were in those
Okay,
hands.
I got his slogan.
What's that?
What?
His slogan,
Who-
Kane's slogan for mayor.
Oh, do you got it?
It's lighting the way for our future.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's
Sorry, I threw the one fire in there. My bad. Wishful thinking. I
it's
guess.
close enough. Lighting.
Yeah, I watched
Just
the speech
picture
when he.
this commercial as he says that line and then raises his hands and drops them in the flames.
Yeah,
I see it.
Remember See No Evil?
I saw his little speech and everything that he gave, and it was cool, man.
Was it
love
good?
th- I love
wins.
that movie. A lot of people hate on that
See No
movie.
Evil was surprisingly good. I will say that.
I like that movie.
Slight also looks pretty good as well. The new WWE Studios movie.
I have to check.
Not
that
that
out.
like that sounds like such a shill line, but it legitimately looks pretty good.
Yeah. So with your PT-ness,
Yeah.
Fun Dad. How do you think Dash is gonna be? Like, how long is he gonna be out?
God, that killed me.
Um,
Isn't that something? Like they were
right.
just brought up. We were just getting to know
So
them.
there's
in the Raw.
they're
sense.
saying they'll be out for 8 weeks, but
Well, luckily, it doesn't appear that there needs to be any kind of like procedure done. Because sometimes if you break a jaw, they have to like realign it.
well,
with
he fractured it.
right. So a
Right.
fracture means obviously he got hit harder than he should have. I'm not sure how it happened.
Was
but
Jinder in there? Was Hardbody Mahal in
Oh,
there
man.
throwing them bows again?
I don't know.
Oh goodness.
Oh boy.
But it takes bone 6 to 8 weeks to heal. So them saying 8 weeks is a very safe estimate. Within 2 months, the jaw should be healed. Because obviously it wasn't like a total, complete, awful break. Otherwise, they would have had to fixate it with something.
Sure.
So just a fractured jaw. I don't want to say just a fractured jaw because that's awful.
Right.
But I mean, luckily, it's a fracture to where nothing has to be done to it.
Compared to a lot of the injuries we've seen over the last couple years,
Right.
it could have been.
It's probably going to hurt to eat for a while, and he's probably going to be sore when he sleeps for a while. But like I said, it takes bone 6 to 8 weeks to heal. So 2 months is a very safe estimate. And if you want to look on the bright side, this will make the Revival just immediately jump probably to the top of the tag team division when they
I'm
come
hoping
back.
so.
Yeah. People love them.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're really good heels, but they're just people are going to cheer for them.
What if they have a Hardy situation where they're the mystery tag team that shows up and beats the Hardys for the titles?
And that's what breaks them.
Interesting. Oh man. Yeah, right. If everything gets settled by then.
We need the Broken Hardys at some point.
Right.
I can't.
Broken Matt Light is.
This is not even Broken Matt Light. This is just old school Matt.
No,
Right.
it's not. He's still using a little bit of an accent. He's still saying greetings and wonderful, and he keeps calling Jeff Nero out at ringside.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
But
I think it's a mix of like every Hardy character he's ever been.
it's a little bit of V1. It's a little bit of Broken Matt.
Hey, I gotta say, I did enjoy the iconic Matt Hardy for that brief couple of months that he had it before he became broken.
Oh, I don't think I caught any
It was
of that.
pretty good. He was really out of his mind.
Like
Really?
Ring of Honor iconic Matt Hardy?
No, he was in TNA.
Oh.
Like
Was
just
it the
prior to
same
Broken,
thing?
It was probably similar, yeah.
just pre-Broken.
Since we're talking Hardys, do we have their music?
Do you want the Hardys
I wanna
music?
play
It's pretty
music.
good. It's good music.
It's
It's
good.
classic.
It is. So Anderson wins with that strange turnbuckle abdomen bomb knee thing. I don't know what it was.
Ugh.
I've never quite seen, like, just like the commentators. I don't know what that
It was gross.
Yeah,
looking.
no, it was just like
Something tells me we're gonna see it
What a
again.
maneuver.
it was like what I would do to my Barbie dolls, the way that you're not supposed to bend them.
Right. It's like
You
I
don't
know.
want to know the state of my Barbie dolls because I was into wrestling.
I know I've talked about this before. There's a thing online called endorphin wrestling, where it's these weird 3D models that people animate and they do moves that are just that would actually kill people.
Oh, yeah.
And it seems like something you would see in an endorphin video.
Oh, that's like comic book covers for women.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
On the
it's
same
like
token.
I have no waist or ribs, but
Right.
here are my boobs and my butt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Those
at
dolls
the
are just
same
so
time.
not
How
right.
did we get on this?
Because it
She
segued
wrestled
into
with
it.
Barbies.
Because I do that
Oh,
with
I
my
see.
Barbies.
Yeah. I used to wrestle with G.I. Joe guys, and I ruined our coffee table.
Oh man.
So I would nick them up.
Oh, I see.
And
I
so
see. I
if
see.
that coffee table eventually became my wrestling table because my parents got so pissed off that I ruined it. So they just kept it longer than they should have.
It's a shame they didn't allow like nail polish for boys because apparently that's genderized.
Right.
But I would cover the nicks with like my nail polish.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
there
it
you
lasted.
go.
It lasted
I
for
mean,
a while until it just
I
didn't.
ruined the table.
Yeah,
It was bad,
man.
and I'm proud of it.
Did a lot of power bombs on Wrestling Buddies. We have one of the Wrestling
course.
Buddies? Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's Powerbomb
Wrestling
City.
Buddies.
Power Bomb City.
I don't know. I really liked Sid. That's why. I really liked Sid Justice at the time.
Let's see. Oh, Matt changed his Twitter account to Matt Hardy version 1. Say what? Okay.
Yeah, that's yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
We'll check it out. Miz
V1.
TV. Miz
Oh.
TV. Dean Ambrose doesn't even allow an introduction. Miz calls him a joke and says he's an embarrassment to all WWE superstars, to which I really love this segment. Ambrose says
This
right
is on
back.
fire.
Yeah, he's like, I don't even know what a brand is. I'm not into branding. He's like, I'll wrestle in front of 20 people in front of 75,000. I bust my tail every single night. This is what I love to do. They tussle a little bit. Miz escapes in his cool little fancy red/maroon suit.
God, The Miz can wear the hell out of a suit.
He sure can.
Yes, he can.
Like,
He sure can. And
man.
Maurice called him a street rat. I love that.
Street right. Very
But
loud.
this segment was fantastic. They both, because I'll be honest, Miz was crushing. I was like, I don't know if Dean's got
Right.
this in him.
Right.
But it was pretty good.
He came back with it. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that it's kind of a continuation of a feud on a different show, which, hey,
Right. Right.
cool.
Both guys and the title all came over to the other show. I didn't think about that.
They sure did. Well, speaking of tossing, Braun Strowman tosses Kalisto in the garbage, y'all.
The garbage.
The best line is, go ahead, Ty.
Okay, hang on. I gotta remember exactly. What did he say?
Oh.
Roman Reigns is nothing but garbage, and now so are you.
Yep, lifts him up, throws him in the trash.
I may be paraphrasing, but something to that
It was
effect.
pretty close.
And then he literally throws him in the garbage.
Yeah. And then I love the shoulder
I don't know
tackle.
why I laughed so hard when I
I
saw
know because
this.
he disappeared. We know where he went.
I think-
but he disappeared.
But I think also
Like a
like
cartoon.
calling people garbage. Like I know it's kind of in now to say like, oh, I'm a garbage person, blah blah blah. But like
yeah, be like I'm a burning trash can.
saying
fire
like
of a
no,
person.
no, you are garbage and you belong in a garbage can is so funny to me and so 80s.
He's very much, I think he is the original O'Doyle.
He's a little bit of a Doyle, a little bit of ogre, like a little bit of like no, he's too ugly to be like the guy from like Mark Harmon from Ski School.
He's every 80s bully.
Right.
Only stronger and scarier.
But not like the preppy handsome ones.
No.
Not like Karate Kid guy.
He's like Debo in Friday that no one thought could get knocked out.
There you go. There you go. Exactly.
You know.
Yeah, and then he got knocked the F out.
That's the second bespoke Tiny Lister reference on tonight's show.
Really? What was the first one? Oh,
Zeus.
no, Bard.
Oh, Zeus.
Heck yeah.
I love it.
What's up, Tiny?
Also the president in
yes.
Fifth
I
Element.
was just about to make that reference.
You got it. You got it. I know Jimbo loves him some Fifth Element, just like me.
So Big Show shoulder blocks him, says
love
pick
that
on
movie.
someone your own size. Moving on, Cruiserweight time, TJ Perkins and Jack Gallagher. A lot of stuff happening here. So Neville comes down, gets a seat at ringside. Aries comes down, pulls up a seat right next to him, offers him a banana.
Wait, so I love that Neville was announced as making a special appearance.
Yeah.
But Aries announces himself as making an even specialer appearance.
Yes.
With a banana.
With a banana. He's got to keep them potassium levels high.
Offers him a
Yeah.
banana. And
Squared circle knows.
I like how Neville's he's such a curmudgeon. He just lifts his chair up and moves over 5 feet. It's such an old school, like 8th grade. I hate you. You're such a wiener.
Hate
and
it.
he like sits over that way.
Right.
And that foot would not stop. He was just like, oh,
Right.
I'm watching this. I'm invested.
Really good. And so Jack Gallagher eventually launches TJ Perkins right into Aries. Aries gets on the apron, and then Neville does a nasty sweep of the legs. Woo! Oh,
Yeah.
quite the fall on the apron there.
And then not only that, but the kick that TJ did when he kicked the rope into Gallagher's face.
Yeah.
Like that, I don't feel like that got no reaction, but I jumped out of my seat when that happened.
It was like an environmental hazard on
There you go.
any video game level,
Right.
anywhere.
And not
Right.
to mention the detonation kick is the one he hit on Aries last week. The sell was perfect.
Sure,
And on
sure.
Gallagher, it worked again tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, TJ with the win.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
and I liked Gallagher. Oh, I'm always going to say his name wrong. Gallagher.
We got the prop comic on our minds.
Yep.
I know, right?
Sledge-o-matic.
Oh, both of them. Ugh.
Gallagher too.
Gallagher,
Oh, no,
Gallagher.
don't. Let's not go there.
Oh my God. Isn't that a tragic
Gallagher
story?
one's bad. No, it's a
Horrible.
horrible story.
Is that a horrible story?
Two twin brothers
That's pretty rough.
hate each other's
It's
guts.
pretty rough.
They hate each other. They hate themselves.
they
Let's
do.
be
But
honest.
I've been around one of them. And yeah, you're right.
What?
Oh, no.
We'll talk about this off air
We
because
have to.
I have questions.
Man, but I loved, a little bit of William III action
Sure.
from the top row.
Sure, of course.
all
That fall
knees
looked
since I-
rough for Gallagher. It looked like the knee landed weird. I was like, oh,
Right.
God.
Yeah.
Seemed like he rolled out of it okay.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Love Jack Gallagher.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
But not Gallagher.
I
Gallagher.
I think
Right.
this match, everyone played their part and everyone looked really good. And obviously we have the match at Payback with Neville and Aries. But,
Sure.
this newer version of TJ Perkins, so far it's working for him. And
It's working?
So
It
we'll see
is.
what happens. You know what works too? Titus Brand, y'all.
Absolutely.
Titus
Make it a win,
Brand.
y'all.
I've got something to say about this thing.
Titus
Make it a
Brand
win.
talking with Apollo Crews after.
Kathy would have loved this segment. I gotta say.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. So Akira Tozawa is talking to Apollo. He leaves. Titus shows up and he says, think about it. You want to be successful. You got a kid on the way. Congratulations. Diapers aren't cheap. So what you do is people can go on an Apollo cruise and then they can listen to the Apollo blues. And if something happens on the ship, you could be Apollo Suze.
It was pretty good.
There you go.
It's pretty good. It's all about branding.
It is.
Titus wants him to get on board with the Titus brand.
Right.
I like this. I like that Titus Brand has not died. I like that. I like that he's trying to get Apollo Crews
Make it a
on
win.
board.
Part of me believes that Apollo might actually jump on board for a little bit.
I mean, I could see it.
I could see it.
Because, Apollo hasn't had the easiest time
Sure.
on the main roster. Sure. Titus hasn't had the easiest run lately. You put
Right.
them together, it couldn't eventually lead to something that, at a Raw only pay-per-view, that could be a match.
Both of them could use something for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Apollo's young.
But
compared to Titus.
I do want to ask creative to never use the phrase "getting jiggy with it" anymore. Like we're just
What
gonna
you talking about?
we're just gonna let that die.
That could
Will
have been
Any-
on Titus. That could have been on Titus.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love the Millennium?
Whoever did, we're gonna put that in the same box as fetch. We're just not gonna have that happen.
No. He's
You
doing
got it. You got it.
I don't even know how to do it. I just saw you with the shoulders. I'm like, I'm not looking at it.
It's just it's the arms and then the little dip.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows how to do it.
I think
You know how to do it.
I've never actually got jiggy.
You
with it.
haven't gotten
Jimbo,
jiggy?
you
No.
got that song?
We'll
Don't.
get there.
That song?
No.
You got that song, Jimbo?
No. Jimbo, don't you dare. I'd rather hear Braun Strowman's music until the end of time.
You got a mix? You got a mix, Jimbo?
As much as I love Will Smith, I grew up with Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. I don't want to hear getting jiggy.
Sure.
Man, it
Parents
could be
just don't
like
understand.
dun 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 dun.
Oh, that's a mashup that needs to happen.
That is a good mashup.
Right. There's a pretty guys, if you look it up, there's an amazing mashup online. I think it's Raven Siarm. He does incredible mashups. He mashed up Finn Balor's theme with the Fresh Prince. It's the Fresh Prince of Balor, and it's incredible.
What?
Yes, it works way better than it should.
Oh my
Well,
god.
well,
You know we're gonna have to check.
We're
that
gonna
out.
enjoy it after we go off the air.
Maybe Jimbo
You
will
guys-
find it for the end of the episode. For
There you
us.
go. There you go.
All right.
It's pretty amazing.
I think Jimbo's sleeping.
No.
All right.
We're like laying a lot on him right now.
Hardy Boys are backstage with Sheamus and Cesaro, and we already talked about Matt giving us the inklings of the broken one. I
Little bit.
personally don't see very much of it. Very
I mean,
friendly backstage.
it's the bare minimum.
Yeah.
It's the bare minimum to keep people satisfied.
It
So
certainly
it's
is
the
not,
bare necessities.
not keeping me satisfied.
Well, they legally can't do anything more than this.
I think
They cannot.
I think it's been taken care of.
It has not.
No?
No.
All right. Well, then I guess they can't.
Oh.
Then I understand. Then I totally understand. Wow, chat roll's on fire right now.
Yeah,
Are they?
they're all about it.
First off, why are you guys making fun of me? I was the one that said don't play Getting Jiggy with it. Yes, I love rap from the 90s. I just don't care for that song per se. All right?
I love it.
Gosh, you guys.
Wonderful.
Anyways, Fatal 4-Way, women's #1 contender. This match had a lot of time, which I love. Had a lot of spots. Mickey looked fantastic. You could see, without a doubt, in that match, how much experience Mickey James has compared to the other three. Honestly,
Right.
Yeah.
I think Mickey James has probably been in the business longer than all three of them combined, if you think about it. Sasha's maybe 5
I
years
mean,
in.
maybe not
Yeah.
combined.
I don't know,
we'd
dude.
have
I
to
mean,
do
that's
the
a
math.
lot
You might be right.
combined.
Oh, you actually
I
might
can
be right.
guarantee you I think I'm right. Sasha's, what, 5 years in? Nia
Yeah.
Jax is probably 3.
I'd have to do some
Alexa's
Googling.
probably 4.
I'd have to do some Googling.
And Mickey won the title at WrestleMania 22,
Right.
which means she was in it way before that.
Sure.
So, I mean, you can just see she's just so good.
Right.
Yeah.
She's so good at everything that she does. Sasha does a corkscrew during the second rope again that scares us,
Alexa getting the hometown reaction, though.
of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not playing into it, though.
No, and she's so good.
She's great.
She's so good at it. Even the hometown reaction, she's not going to play into.
She's fantastic.
I
as a
love it.
character. So yeah, a lot of great moments here in this match. Like I said, Nia Jax hits the Samoan drop on Sasha, but she gets knocked out. Alexa sneaks in for the pin, and I gotta say, I'm a little surprised by this. I thought Nia Jax guaranteed.
Sure.
She was working it, right?
Thought it
my
was guaranteed,
Gosh,
but
she was
no.
working it.
Alexa Bliss, 1 week after showing up on Raw, is the #1 contender already.
I'm very excited to see like the stuff that her and Bayley can do, kind of playing off each other.
I think so. I have a feeling that Bayley's gonna hang on to the title for a little while longer.
Yeah.
I think she's a good title holder, and I'm liking all of these people that they have going after her. I know Booker T. We're only gonna have him for a little bit. I know that,
Right.
but can we just kind of keep him? Can we just keep him?
Well, no, he's
nothing against
David Otunga.
yeah,
no, he's
Otunga.
better
Nothing
than-
against
he's
Otunga.
better than Otunga. Everyone knows
Yeah,
that.
but it's like, oh my god, I kind of want to keep him. I loved how he described Bliss as crafty, and that's
She
was
is.
so fitting.
That's
It
what
was
you have
perfect.
to. When you're in there with someone that much bigger than you as Nia is to Alexa, you have to be.
How about when she climbed up to the top rope and then it was just kind of like
It's like Nia spotted her and she got
yeah,
that.
she did
the
that swivel.
She got the exclamation
She got that
point.
swivel check.
The exclamation point from Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, and just like
I'm out.
oh
Well,
no, I'm good.
great.
You know what?
I'm good.
You know
I'm
what?
good.
Super smart.
wanna get down.
But no,
Yeah.
I mean Booker, to his credit, he's had his detractors as far as being on commentary, but he used to be on Compadres every week a couple of years ago, and he said he's like, when I came back to commentary, he's like, I put the work in because my first time around wasn't very good, and you can tell that he does put the work in, like when he's on commentary, and so yeah, if you're going to compare him versus Otunga, it's a no-brainer. I just don't think Booker wants to do it every week. He's so busy with the rest of his life. He's got a family, and so. But yeah, it's going to be nice to have him while he's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just love the sense of history that he brings.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
and he
His career is
just knows
insane.
Oh my god.
We got some
he knows
Harlem Heat
everything.
references tonight. That made me happy.
As we should.
Love Harlem Heat.
And King Booker references.
King Booker, of course.
We did.
You know.
King Booker.
So yeah, Alexa Bliss already the #1 contender. Her and Bayley, it's going to be very interesting. And people keep saying, "Oh, when's Sasha going to turn on Bayley?" But here's the thing: even when she does, Nia Jax is still standing there with her arms crossed. Like, I would squash you both.
Right,
Yes.
right.
So it's going to be very, very difficult for anyone to win the title after Bayley, but Nia Jax. But we'll find out.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Star Factory, baby! It's Star Factory time with Kurt Hawkins.
Love Kurt Hawkins.
If you want to be a star, you got to face Kurt Hawkins. Who wants it? Well, it's that Demon King. That's who. I'm not calling him Demon King, but hey, it's Finn Balor.
Right.
Good to see him back. Obviously, he got knocked
Cool.
last week.
Hardbody Mahal not playing. Boy, oh boy.
Just-
Oh, here's the.
Was this it?
Great timing. Great timing.
Oh,
here's,
my
Here's the
goodness.
mashup. Here's
All
the
right.
mashup.
no way.
It's great timing for the Finn
The
Balor
Fresh
segment.
Prince of.
Oh my God!
Right?
Did he speed Balor's up a little bit?
A little bit. Yeah, it gets amazing.
Okay, I like this. I like this part.
I listen to this all the time.
Wow.
It's really good. Yeah, this guy makes incredible mashups. Go find his stuff. But yes. So, yeah.
Love it. Good job, Jimbo.
I could not believe.
Yeah, Jimbo found that.
I don't think we talked about it enough because I don't think I had seen the replays last week. But the forearm that Jinder
I'm
Mahal.
exercising to that. I don't exercise. I'm going to exercise
right,
to
absolutely.
that.
The forearm that Jinder gave Finn.
As someone who
his
wrestled for
face
14 years,
hit the mat.
as someone who wrestled for 14 years, was that just a careless mistake, or is that just a by chance?
I don't
mistake?
think it necessarily was careless. I think it might have just been a freak accident. I think it might have been. He might have thrown it a little harder than he meant to, but I think it was also kind of the speed that Finn was coming in with off the ropes.
Yeah, it's a bad call.
And it was just one of those things. It's just a freak. He hit him right on the right button, and
Perfect storm.
it was like if that cell had been in a UFC game, I would have thrown my controller and been like celebrating, like
Right.
on my feet. But
It's
it was
just a shame because it's not his first concussion, I'm sure.
sure, and I was really happy seeing him come out during the segment because. I mean, Meltzer's been saying on the Observer, you never know with a concussion. It could be 2 weeks, it could be 2 months. Like, you really never know. So it was good to see that he was back in action.
And they obviously have to be very careful with concussions. Look at Daniel Bryan. So
Oh, God,
let's
yes.
hope that this was a minor one and
I mean,
Finn's history,
everything that's been happening lately. New Japan fans know everything that's happening with Shibata right now and Honma, and just like injuries are happening everywhere.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah.
Definitely is.
Do we know who did that mashup?
That was Raven Syarm, Cyarm.
There you go.
He makes incredible mashups.
So Finn Balor makes quick work of Kurt Hawkins, missile dropkick, coup de grace for the win. Next, backstage, Chris Jericho just having all types of fun with Mike Rome. He's focused on Kevin Owens at Payback 'cause he's a stupid idiot. Owens calls himself the face of America. Well, America deserves better. They deserve the face of Jericho. Frame it in, man. And then he names all the old shows in the history of WWE.
Oh, man.
Did he even mention Superstars and Challenge?
No.
You should have mentioned Shotgun Saturday Night.
Oh, I loved Shotgun.
How about Tuesday Night Titans?
Tuesday Night Titans was great. I love that Velocity got a shout out. That was legitimately one of my absolute favorite shows for a long time.
Why'd you love that so much?
Because that was where a lot of the cruiserweights kind of got featured
Right.
that didn't really get any airtime on the main shows. Like Brian Kendrick made his very first appearances on Velocity under a mask.
There you go.
He would come out and he was a different character suited to that town's like hometown.
Oh, that's awesome.
And eventually he got unmasked, and yeah, he was I think he might have been Spanky, but just Kendrick.
Well, Jericho names all the old shows, and he's got the friends of Jericho to follow him, and then he calls Mike Rome Mike Tom. He says, you know what happens when you don't know your own name?
I spent all this time learning your name. That made me happy.
But you know what made me even happier is when a certain guitar playing vagrant walks right behind.
Drifter.
He's just right there in the hallway.
They're taking his name so literally. He's literally just drifting through people's segments and matches.
Why not?
I love it.
I mean,
I'm on board.
NXT wasn't exactly great for him, so why not see what happens up here?
Yeah.
And, Jericho puts him on the list. I forget the exact wordplay that he gave him, but it was
a lot of
pretty
alliteration.
Awesome. Quite awesome.
A lot of alliteration.
It was alliterative, and it was great. Anyways, he's on
and
the
I
list.
love that Corey Graves has carried over his hatred of Elias Sampson from NXT.
Yeah. It's
There you
interesting
go.
because technically, it's weird because Elias Sampson was definitely a heel.
Well, but that's what I love about Corey Graves is obviously he's heel leaning, but like he will hate people that he wants to hate, even
Sure.
if they are heels, and will love people if they're faces.
And I appreciate that. I mean, there's one or two guys at Championship Wrestling that I will give a hard time to on commentary, even though I call it straight down the middle.
Right.
But there's certain goofy characteristics that one or two people have that I can't help
And I think
but call it out.
It's also the fact that they're both from Pittsburgh, I believe.
Yes.
They're both from Pittsburgh, and Corey Graves has that musical background, so like he sees Elias Sampson as just like a poser, basically.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it's awesome.
There you go. So Bray Wyatt, wow, does he have a lot to say to Randy Orton?
Yeah.
I mean,
Seemed like there was a lot of pent up things.
A lot of pent-up.
It's good. A lot of imagery.
So they are fighting at Payback. If Wyatt wins the WWE title, it, I assume, comes to Raw, right?
No, he would have to go to SmackDown.
Are you sure? That's the
Wait,
Jericho
no.
rule.
That's Jericho
No,
and
right.
KO.
But I don't think they
no,
would have.
it comes back to us, which means probably United States champion.
But they're not going to
it's
have
gonna
both the Universal
No.
title and the WWE title both on Raw.
Once
No,
again-
no. Whoever's it, I'm pretty sure like whoever is the United States
No,
champion,
yeah,
they go on
that
SmackDown.
match. No,
Yes.
that's the rule. I'm saying
Yeah.
there might be another. We haven't heard it in those words, but I'm thinking if that were the case, like I said, I don't think they're gonna bring both titles to Raw.
No.
Probably
I think we're gonna get the WWE one back. To
Also,
Raw,
is
and
there a
United States
chance?
is, gonna go
Is
on.
there a chance it might be non-title?
Oh no, it's a title match.
Is
I
it?
mean,
That's what
yeah,
I thought.
I would. No, he
Am
Do
has,
we know
I
that?
wrong?
no, he
Why-
has to because this
Why
is
would
a rematch.
it not be?
This is
yeah,
Bray Wyatt's
this is
rematch.
a rematch one.
Do we know?
This is why it's rematch from WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's
It
gotta-
is his rematch, not necessarily his title rematch.
I don't know. He had a lot to say. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Because he
with
didn't
it.
mention the WWE title once in this promo.
He didn't. But then why is the match happening if
No,
they're on
I
different
mean-
brands?
This has to be, it
Well,
has
he
to be a
said-
title match.
He said
It
a
has
lot
to
of
be.
things. He said, "What are you afraid of? Is the fear of the unknown. Fear lives within my house of horrors." There's no music, so I can't do the impression.
Right. That's where you derive the power.
Jimbo.
Yeah, I need the music, but I'm
Jimbo.
We gotta have our own soundboard.
Yeah.
No, continue.
wow. I mean, the imagery in this was.
It was a lot.
Ooh,
It was a lot.
Right?
a lot of the cutaways. I'll make you feel like
People on the
heated.
rack.
It was kind of
Ooh,
like
yeah.
if you were looking at a ring and all of a sudden there were maggots. in it.
Your suffering will motivate me. Your pain will fuel me. My house of horror
Suddenly-
will forever be the nightmare to end your dreams.
Suddenly bugs.
It all
Suddenly
burns
bugs.
down here, Randy. Damn.
Suddenly a snake on a ramp.
Oh man, Randy did an appearance at a comic convention in St. Louis where he said he hated how that looked.
Really?
He said it looked like he was riding a giant sperm to the ring.
Oh wow.
He didn't like the snake? I thought it was super dope.
No.
I enjoyed that.
I
I enjoyed
think-
that he stopped and it stopped with him.
Conceptually, I think it was fine, but I think he didn't like just exactly how it came out.
Mm-hmm.
The way the tail was moving, it did look a little like the beginning to Look Who's Talking.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't the same color, I guess.
I really loved it. I
I
thought it
really
looked
didn't
great.
think of it that way.
I
Right.
thought it looked
But then
great.
my friends tell me I'm naive in a lot of ways. So.
Next, Alicia Fox showing Dana Brooke what happened to her on 205 Live with the powder exploding in her face. And Emma comes up and says, Dana Brooke's been showing that to everyone all week and been laughing about you. And, well, Alicia Fox is never one to hold back emotion.
Right.
And she said, I don't want to be your friend anymore, and stormed off. And Emma said, I like this line. She said, you want to stand on your own 2 feet? That's how good your balance is. Boom.
It's good.
Which was a good line.
It was a great line.
That was a good
I
line.
did enjoy that.
Yeah.
I liked them kind of playing into Foxy's character as like, of course she's gonna be the one person that doesn't even question it. Like she
Yeah.
instantly believes
Like, this is true.
Right, exactly. Like, oh, you wouldn't say it if it wasn't true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
I mean, I'm glad that they're maybe the three of them are going to have something to do.
Sure. I mean, it says a lot for the division that we had a 4-way and a 3-person segment for the women's division on this episode.
Absolutely. Next up, Jeff Hardy versus Cesaro. Holy uppercuts and dangerous falls, Batman. A lot going on here. But eventually Hardy hits the Whisper in the Wind, the Twist of Fate, and the Swanton for the win. So Hardy gets the win over Cesaro.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. There were a lot of brilliantly placed. Like, it was perfectly timed for this match. I just really enjoyed this. You know, like having a Hardy and a Cesaro at the same time.
Crazy. Who would have
Right.
thought?
No.
Who would have thunk it?
I mean, do you think like Cesaro was just like, oh my God, this is happening? Like right before he went out?
I mean, it was an incredible match.
Wouldn't that kind of be the thing? Like, I'm doing this right now. This is a thing that's happening.
I mean, if
I'm the awesomeness that this is happening.
with a certain upbringing, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if Cesaro grew up watching that era,
Oh, he might not have, huh?
but still, I think he would have been just excited just to have a little guy that he could base for crazy stuff.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. It was cool. But Hardy with the big win, they all shake hands afterwards. Mutual respect. Mike Rome in front of the trainer's room. Heath Slater and Rhino come up. They're having a great time since moving to Raw. Rhino's enjoying himself a plate full of crackers and fake cheese. And he's got an above ground pool. He's got kids. And Braun just storms by. And all the crackers fly.
Was that your Braun noise?
Yeah, no, he was snorting as he walked by.
That was about right.
All right.
And just all the crackers in Rhino's face.
I like how Rhino's never shown fear ever in life, and this is the first time I've ever seen him scared.
Right.
Which makes
Well, it's like Jimbo turned to me while we were watching that and said, like, remember when Rhino was that guy? Like,
True.
in ECW, he was pile driving people's wives off of the apron through tables.
I mean, you know, in
It was
ECW,
ridiculous.
that's common hat.
Right, in ECW, it wasn't really, that was kind of the norm.
Yes, it was. But no, I mean, just another, I said Raw was Braun.
Right, it's
Monday
Braun.
Night Braun.
Monday Night Braun.
It was that.
Braun is war.
Braun is war indeed. Speaking of wars, Braun Strowman and
The Big Show.
versus.
We gotta have his music on cue for that. I keep forgetting every time.
Well, that's okay. The chat room has already put Jimbo on the list.
Oh,
You can't put Jimbo on the list.
They put Jimbo on the list.
In the main event,
We're the ones that didn't prep him.
in the main event, we have Braun Strowman versus
The Big Show.
The
Big Show. We gotta get both of them.
Yeah, that's right. What a match this was, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
They love doing that big man chain wrestling, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't get tired of it.
No.
I popped for it when it was Big Show and Kane back in like 05.
Sure.
I'm popped for it now.
I mean, these two.
I liked when they did it before, and I liked it when they did it tonight.
Yeah.
Big Show is a 40-something-year-old man, and he's still doing it.
And the fact that he looks better than he ever did, too.
Yeah, which thank God for that, because
Right.
it's going to help him in the long run. But wow, him and Strowman just so many incredible moments during this match. They
Lots of
teased the
drop kicks.
superplex 19 times.
Big
I
Show,
loved it.
Big Show with the baseball slide.
Oh yeah, the world's biggest baseball.
World's biggest baseball slide. But yeah, they kept going back to that well. I'm like, you can't tease this and not pay it off.
Guess what?
Man.
Braun
Boy.
Strowman hits the superplex, pays it off. The entire room.
There you go.
The entire room implodes, including the referee.
Oh,
Yes.
poor John
Yes.
Cone. Was that John Cone that
I believe
took
it
that
was,
bump?
yeah.
Poor John Cone, man.
I thought the Aries bump off the apron was rough, and then I saw John Cone literally it's almost like he fell over the Niagara Falls.
Right.
Just like, what? Oh!
He just disappeared from
He's
the
like
frame.
one of those cartoon characters that just like reels off,
Yeah.
like a cartwheel off.
Right, exactly.
It's like, oh well, he's dead now.
Oh boy.
That was just so impressive. The way the ring just completely imploded. I don't know how
How
that.
did they keep that up
don't
the
know.
entire match?
We need a sequel to Wrestling's Biggest Secrets Exposed.
Yeah.
Remember that special?
It's like
With the
having
stunt granny
I'd rather not.
Oh.
I don't want to know more secrets.
and the autograph book.
I don't
it's
wanna
like
know nothing.
having some people like tap dance on the table and afterwards somebody like power bombs the other person through it. This never happens in life, but this is like
I like the scenario
analogy
you're positing.
of that. And
Yeah.
it's like, how did you do this?
I don't know. I just thought the way it's very similar to obviously Big Show versus Brock back in the day, but I don't know how they pulled it off, but man, it was awesome.
It always makes for an amazing visual. You're never gonna not make the building explode when that happens. Like,
And people saw it coming.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know.
But that just makes the payoff all the sweeter.
It was
Seeing
great.
all those reactions and people leaping out of their seats.
And you talk about we talked about it every week, but I mean Braun Strowman just continues to make strides.
Right.
Yeah.
It's incredible how fast he is just They have a lot of faith in him.
And how good he looks. I saw a clip recently back from when he was in the Wyatt family, and I didn't realize how much better he looks now.
Oh, yeah. No, they've trimmed him up a lot.
Yeah.
You know, before he was just like this, I don't know, this mountain crag of a tree.
He was eating
He
trees.
was just country strong before.
He was just this silent
Now he just is a
behemoth.
country.
Now he's getting cardio and it curves. Losing some weight.
Yeah, he's got some what's the term? Beardscaping?
Yep.
Some beardscaping has happened.
Sure.
Pretty solid.
Not too much.
What are we
We're
gonna
not
say?
talking Austin Aries here, but
Right, exactly.
yeah.
What do you think the best breaking the ring bump has been? I think Taz Bam Bam is better.
Taz Bam Bam has got to be
they
up
went
there.
through the ring and it was so unexpected.
Right. That's true. Maybe Triple H and Cactus Jack going through the ring.
Oh.
That
Off
one's
the top of the Hell in the
yeah,
Cell.
yeah.
That's pretty good.
God, that was terrifying.
That was rough. That was real rough. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, sorry. The only thing that comes to mind is Undertaker and Foley.
Sure.
Well,
I mean,
Of
that
course.
doesn't count for this, but it's like
no, it counts
that's
for
it.
everything
That
else.
I
Oh
feel
my
like that counts
God.
more than anything. I think that was
I
the most
rewatched
legitimate
that
out of all of them.
this past weekend.
Did you?
Yeah.
I still don't know
I've got like
how-
and I also want to see like Wrestle King 11 because I want to see some
Sure.
some more Omega.
You got to see Omega and
So yeah,
Okada.
I want to see.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
I want to
match
see that.
is
So I'm gonna be watching that probably
Literally
tomorrow.
insane.
Right?
It's too long in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like rewatching a lot of stuff, and
But yeah, that
was definitely. On
I gotta
my list.
rewatch that. I haven't
Definitely
I
on my
I don't know
list.
if I've seen that full match since it happened.
Oh, it's crazy. I don't know how Mick and Taker measured that out, but it was a miracle he actually landed on the damn table.
Right.
Oof. Anyways, what a match. Big Show, Braun Strowman. Thank you for doing that because that was something else. And speaking of something else, we're done.
Oh.
We're pretty much done.
Okay.
So we might as well
Well,
put ourselves over.
Bye.
We're gonna.
Jimbo, put yourself over.
Follow me on Twitter at Jimbo in the Booth. Check out XPAC12360 on Wednesday.
There
That's
you go.
right.
Who's the guest going to be? Do you know?
I do not.
Okay.
But it's going to be good.
It's going to be someone good. It always is.
Ty Mathews.
Is that me?
Yes, sir.
Guys,
you?
you can find me online on all forms of social media at Ty Mathews PMA. Been playing a lot of Overwatch lately. With the Uprising event that's been happening, super fun.
What?
Come play with me.
What are you talking about?
It's on the PlayStation. You know, the video games.
And
And exactly.
The PlayStation. buddy.
But please, we put it over at the top of the show. Please, if you're in Southern California, come out to Coastline Clash this
right.
Sunday. It's completely free. It's a gorgeous drive up to Port Hueneme.
Yes.
It's free wrestling on a Sunday.
and
What
you'll
more
be on
can you ask
TV. Come on.
for? You'll be on the TV. So yeah, go check it out. That's my thing.
Markeia McCarty.
Okay, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Markeia McCarty, MarkeiaMcCarty. On Tuesday, you can find me on our sister network, Popcorn Talk, Marvel Movie News at 2:30 p.m. We will be talking everything Marvel and nerdsy, and Josh Brolin was cast as Cable, and we're going to talk about that, amongst a lot of other things. And then also, the end of a limited campaign that I was a part of with Saving Throw Show, which was Star Wars RPG, which is Edge of the Empire with a dash of Age of the Republic thrown in. The finale, the finale is happening tonight, Thursday, 8 p.m. Twitch.tv/Saving Throw Show. It's the Chosen One's trial. What will happen? Will my character die? I kind of hope so.
I have no idea what that means.
I don't know, but I want to be there.
Right?
Sounds pretty fun. At Jay Quasto, this weekend I'm at the Ontario Improv in Ontario, California all weekend, leading into Coastline Clash, of course. And next Wednesday, y'all, that is when I'm filming, recording, I should say, my brand new comedy album. I'm recording all the stand-up for it at the Bray Improv, Wednesday, April 26th. If you're anywhere near SoCal, I'd love to see you out there for that. Otherwise, jlocomedy.com. And I believe that's all we got. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.